Hi guys, welcome back. Today on this video I show you how to make soft hot dog buns at home. A very simple recipe. I hope you like it and I hope you try it out. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly consider doing so. And now let's get into the recipe. And starting off with the ingredients, you're going to need 1 cup of lukewarm milk, and you're going to pour that into a large mixing bowl, and then now add 2 tablespoons of sugar. And after that you will go ahead and add yeast. All the quantities, like you can see, are being written on the video, so just check everything out from the video as you continue watching. And now you're going to give this a good mix, ensuring that the sugar dissolves completely. And after that you're just going to cover the bowl and leave the mixture for 10 to 15 minutes. I just left mine for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes you can see that the yeast is already activated. This is how it should look like. And now moving on to mixing the dry ingredients. Start by adding all-purpose flour, and in total I used 2 3/4 cups, but here I just used first 2 1/2 cups. I set a 1/4 cup aside to use later in the kneading process, and now this is the other half. You can also use bread flour if you've got it at hand. And after that I added salt. It's not yeast, I know it's written yeast, but it's salt. I added a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and you're going to give this a good mix, just to ensure that the flour is aerated and just to ensure that it will give us a good end result. And after that, now take your milk mixture, and now you're going to pour the all-purpose flour and the other dry ingredients mixture into the milk mixture, and now you're going to start mixing it. First, go in with a spatula, as this mixture is very soft and you cannot even possibly knead it with your hands. And add 1 egg, and also I'm going to add melted margarine. First, give it a mix like you can see here, and after that melt your margarine, and you're going to add 3 tablespoons of that into the mixture. You can also use butter if you've got butter at hand. And after adding the margarine, you're just going to continue mixing with your spatula. You can see the dough, like I said, it is super soft. You can't even knead it at this, but do not feel frustrated. This is how it should be. Just cover it first and leave it for another 15 minutes first. The texture will have changed and you will be moving on to the next step. Here is 15 minutes later. Just continue, first knead it with your spatula, continue mixing. You can see the texture has changed a little bit. There's some changes. It's not so soft like it was at the beginning. And now take the remaining 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and you can start by dusting your working surface, and then now you are going to pour the dough on the working surface, and now start kneading it as you add the all-purpose flour gradually. And this whole kneading process took me like 3 to 4 minutes approximately. And like you can see, the dough has come together nicely. Just continue kneading. Also, kneading helps to activate yeast that helps in the rising of the buns. So as much as you continue kneading, you be convinced that the yeast is also being activated. And after the dough is ready, add like 1 tablespoon of oil to a bowl, and you're going to add the bowl, and then also spread some oil on top of that, just to ensure that when you leave the dough to rest, it's not going to form a crust at the top. And now cover it and leave it to rest for 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, you can see it has risen and doubled in size. Just punch the dough to get rid of any air bubbles, like that. And now you can knead it for another 2 minutes before moving on to the next step. And in this next step, I cut mine into 8 equal pieces because I wanted 8 buns, and also this is approximately the best size for hot dogs, 8 pieces. And now you're going to just cover them and leave them to rest for another 5 minutes. And 5 minutes later, take one ball at a time and now shape it like shown on the video. And after shaping, this is how mine looked like. Take egg yolk and add 1 tablespoon of water, and then that mixture now apply it on the buns like shown here on the video. This will help the bun to get that brown color when baking. And also at this point now you can add sesame seeds on top if you like, but I chose not to do that. And after baking for 20 minutes, while they are still hot, apply some margarine or some butter on the buns like shown here. It helps to keep the buns soft as you use them, and this is how the buns looks like. You can see they are super soft, and I like to make my own buns as opposed to buying from the supermarket, as you do not even know how long they have been on the counter. So this was the outcome. You can see the buns are super soft and I love them so much. I hope you tried this recipe, and after watching this video now, move on to see how I make my hot dogs at home, and the link will be on the description box. This is the final outcome, so soft, and I loved it so much. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. I hope to see you on my next video, which is going to be how to make hot dogs at home. Until then, have a nice time and bye bye.